Hi there, welcome back to the workshop. Today we are looking at the brand new Accurascale Class 37O in double O gauge. So Mike, the Class 37O. Now I'm curious, to me it's a Class 37. What's the difference between the 37O and say the 37-4 that we've had in the past?
Okay, so it's all in the details with the Class 37s. There's a whole range of different subclasses of Class 37s. The Class 37O is basically it's the original locomotives that when they were built in the 1960s they had a steam heating boiler in them, and they also had split head coat boxes at each end as well. Now this one's in its slightly later life, as it was in the late 1980s, whereas like the 37-4 that we looked at in the previous video, which is about the Accurascale Class 37s, that's a completely refurbished locomotive which had centre head coat on it, and it also had electric train heat supply on it, which replaced the steam heating boiler to make it suitable for modern passenger trains.
So what are some of the features that Accurascale have put into this particular model?
Right, so for starters, like I say, you've got the correct details on the outside end. So you've got the split head coat boxes, which in this case are the latest type where they're plated with little lights in them. You've got the plated steam heat boiler exhaust on it as well. And you've also got cutaway buffer beams on this as well. So when the 37Os were first built, they had fairings around the buffers, and quite often they had large oleo round buffers as well. Whereas it's got the cutaway buffers, which are done later in their life as part of their, again, refurbishment is probably what you'd call it, but it's kind of modernisation of them, if you like.
As far as the different liveries that are coming out for the 37Os, what's actually available?
So this batch specifically is all focused on the Scottish region locomotive, which had the car headlights on the nose ends. It was a specific fitment done, I think it was in Inverness TMD, I think did them for travelling on the far north lines. So these little round headlights on them, which help to light the way on the very dark nights in Scotland.
Oh, that's what I'm looking at over there, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right, yeah,
so
the little lights on the end, yeah. And they're actually fully functioning on this as well, so they do work as well. You can turn them on and off. And they're quite a nice distinctive feature for the Scottish locos. Now, later in life, these locos did migrate to other areas of the country as well, and they did lose those car headlights. They gained the later square high-intensity light, which everyone will be very familiar with on modern locos. And there's three versions that have come out, well, actually four versions now, sorry, have come out on this specific tooling variant with the car headlights. We've got 37026 here in rail freight distribution colours. There's 37051 in metal set delivery. There's 37023 in BR blue with the white stripe along the body side, and there's now also 37043 in large logo blue as well.
So there's quite a lot to choose from depending on what period you want to model.
Exactly, yeah, and there are also original, actually literally original, the first English Electric built Class 37Os in BR green colour are also coming as well from Accurascale.
There you go. That's something that a lot of people I know are going to look forward to. Anything green, I know a lot of people love that era.
Exactly, yeah.
Let's talk about other sort of features and functions. You mentioned that obviously you've got lighting, but if this is going to be a DCC locomotive, what other functions have you got available? For example, does the fan work?
Right, so our version here is one of the DCC sound-fitted versions. So it's got a full ESU lock sound decoder in it, and it's got twin speakers in there as well. So you've got a big bass speaker and you've got a small cube speaker in there as well, so you get the tonal range of different sounds in it. You've got completely independent control of all the lighting features in it. We've also got a Stay Alive capacitor system built into the circuit board as well, which is great. It means that it's not going to get caught out with any spots of dirt on the track. The roof fan isn't powered in these ones, but I know there are future ones coming from Accurascale where those roof fans will be powered. We've also got things like the instrument cluster lights up in the cab, brilliant little details. And then also important with this sound fitted loco as well, is it is a different sound profile to the ETH Class 37s that you heard in our previous video as well. So they've gone to the trouble of making sure the sound profile is correct for a 37.0.
So I'm assuming there's actually a 37.0 that's preserved somewhere.
There's plenty of them, yes.
Right,
yes.
There you go. So that's the thing, I don't know much about 37s, but obviously I know they're one of your favourites.
That's right, yeah.
And as far as the model specifications under the bonnet as such, what's it got?
So it's got a 21-pin decoder socket for that lock sound decoder to be plugged into. It's got a 5-pole motor, it's got twin flywheels, it's got a helical gearbox as well as that gives it then scale speed running. It's all-wheel drive, all-wheel pickup, sprung buffers, NEM coupling pockets, the full works.
And of course, we're actually giving this very model away. So how do people have their chance to acquire it?
That's right, so there's a brand new competition in the latest issue of Hornby magazine, that's issue 195, our September 2023 issue. And in there's full details of the competition, there's a simple little question to answer, and you pop onto keymodelworld.com, go to the railway competition section, fill in the forms, and you have your chance of winning this very model, which is worth £259.
Wonderful, and of course that does bring me to my next question, which is, when are they available and what are the price range?
Right, so they're available right now. There are some limited stocks, but they're now out with all the Curoscale stockists as well as being available direct from the Curoscale itself. Prices start from $169.99 for the DCC ready version and rise to $259.99 for the DCC sound fit versions, as we have here.
Sounds fantastic. Well, you can read the full review of the Curoscale Class 37.0 in the current issue of Hornby magazine. As Mike said, that's issue 195, available right now. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Introducing Key Model World, your new online destination for everything railway and scale modelling. Featuring exclusive videos and features, unseen images, step-by-step guides, railway history and the latest news. Plus, it's home to our full layout build series.
I'm going to stop you right there though, because I didn't do this. This is all you're doing.
Join us for the latest content from Key Publishing's modelling titles, Hornby Magazine and Airfix Model World. Sign up today for as little as £3.75 per month, or if you're a magazine subscriber, bolt Key Model World onto your subscription package now. For more details, visit keymodelworld.com.